right, so now that we have an understanding of what presence is and why that's so important, let's talk about letting go of resistance. So learning how to let go of resistance is the key to dissolving the personality traits, the reactive patterns inside of you that causes you to come across as unattractive. The more you're able to let go of resistance, the more attractive you're gonna come across, the more influential you're gonna come across. So what is resistance? Resistance is giving attention to the past and the future in the hopes of finding yourself, in the hopes of feeling better, in an attempt to escape what's going on right now. So let's talk about the opposite of resistance. The opposite of resistance is acceptance. And the reason why it's important to understand is because, for example, let's say that a girl doesn't like you. Okay, let's say a girl doesn't like you, and she doesn't like you because you act like a little girl. Like, you're not authoritative. You don't know what you want, so you're very undecisive. Letting go of resistance and coming and acting from a place of acceptance will look like this. You understand the way you act. You observe it. You don't label it. You don't make an identity out of it. You just realize that this is just an action, okay? And so you accept that's how you are right now, you know? You don't try to not think about it because it's a negative personality trait. You just accept it. So when someone tells you that, you don't feel offended because you know that's a part of yourself that can be changed, all right? So you understand that, and then you take action to change it. Now, you're not gonna die if you don't change. You're still gonna accept yourself no matter what. But the point is that you're changing it simply because it's preferable, okay? But if you can't change it, that's fine. Another example is, let's say you're in traffic and you cannot move because there's traffic. You could either get angry at the situation because you can't move, or you could just accept it because there's nothing else you could do. You see? So the whole point is that you coming from a place of acceptance is controlling what you can control, but being fine with the outcome. Is learning to be comfortable in the midst of the storm. That's what acceptance and letting go of resistance is all about. Because if you don't let go of resistance, what tends to happen is that you begin to develop a certain traits, like I said earlier, that women find unattractive. Okay, for example, a girl rejects you. What are you gonna do then? If you resist it, you're gonna make an identity out of it. You're gonna make an identity out of it because you don't like it. You're gonna say, "Oh, girls are mean," and you're gonna develop a lot of bitterness towards women. A girl doesn't text you back, and you're gonna get angry at the girl for not texting you back, and you begin to develop beliefs that women are just mean people, all right? And so you're creating an identity out of that situation. That's resistance because you don't like it, because it doesn't make you feel good. So your mind tries to help you feel better by trying to make the other people feel appear as though they're just morally wrong. So acceptance is observing it. She didn't text me. She didn't text me back. That's fine. Observe it. It is what it is. It's no big deal. But the reason it's a big deal is because you're making an identity out of it. It's like watching a basketball game, and not putting money on it. It's no big deal. Put money on it. Suddenly it becomes a big deal. So when you put yourself into the equation through resisting, that's when suddenly the events that occur have deeper meaning. So what you have to do is just accept them. A girl rejects you. That doesn't change who you are. Okay? So if you feel like it's changing who you are, just observe yourself making an identity out of it. Accept it. Observe it. So the more presence you bring into the way you react to situations, the more you're able to let go, and the more attractive you're gonna come across. Because a woman's gonna say, "Damn, this guy didn't. I told him I don't want to see him anymore, and he didn't react. He didn't get mad. Most guys get mad, but he didn't react. He just accepted it. It's like being like water, letting everything flow. Everything flow. You see? So that calm and unreactive personality trait could easily be developed through letting go of resistance and learning to accept what is. If you feel depressed right now, don't text a girl just to don't hit on girls just to feel good, so you get that validation and feel good. No, because women are gonna feel that you're looking for a reaction just to feel good, and that's gonna affect the way you come across. What you have to do is be okay with feeling depressed, observing the depression, okay, and acting from it, and acting from a place of acceptance. So your actions are not predicated in order to feel good, because you just accepted that you don't feel good. See? So you're not seeking happiness anymore. So as a result, when you interact with women, you're not seeking for reactions just to feel good. So you're just being yourself. But when you seek a reaction, the reason why you're seeking is because you're reacting to a mental and emotional state that you rather not have. So you're going to seek happiness outside from yourself. And that's the reactive trait that people find unattractive, that alpha males don't have. Okay? So anytime you feel depressed, anytime you feel like you need some validation and whatnot, anytime you feel like you need to get that text message from that girl, anytime you feel like you need to post a status just so you can make the girl react so she can like it and you can feel good about yourself, observe the need. Be present. Stay highly alert. Notice yourself looking for happiness in people's reactions. So the more you observe it, the more you're able to disidentify from it, and the more grounded you're going to become. So you can approach people. You're going to feel like shit. You may feel nervous, but you're still going to remain unreactive. You could be talking to a woman like, hey, what's up? And inside you're dying, okay? But you're not trying to suppress it. You're putting all of it out there because you're not coming from a place of resistance. You see? So you're not looking for outcomes in the event, all right? So in the next section, we're going to talk about being enough. You are enough, because we have this belief that we are not enough. And this is one of the biggest things as to why a lot of guys find it difficult to create attraction with people naturally, because they don't believe they're enough. As a result, their actions and the way they think change because of that paradigm of thinking. All right. So I'll see you in the next section. Take care.